In a chance encounter that would forever alter the course of their lives, Maurice met Marilyn, a 28-year-old cashier in 1974. Marilyn, unhappy married to Salvador, Elvis's hairdresser, was desperate for an escape. Her depression and desire for freedom drew her to the store where she met Maurice, a man whose charisma and passion would soon set her soul ablaze. Their initial encounter was nothing short of electrifying. Maurice's piercing gaze left Marilyn breathless, her body tingling with an unspoken passion. Despite her marital status, Maurice pursued her, inviting her to dinner and eventually winning her heart with their shared love of jazz. Their whirlwind romance was the stuff of novels, with spontaneous road trips, cozy nights in Carmel Valley, and a deep connection that seemed unbreakable. Yet, beneath the surface of their all-consuming love affair, Maurice's roving eye and extensive philandering would soon strain their relationship. The scent of other women on his skin, the rumors of affairs with Jennifer Holliday, Chaka Khan, Angie Stone, and more, all took their toll on Marilyn's trust and heart. Even the birth of their son, Sin, couldn't quell the storm brewing between them. Contrary to popular belief, Marilyn and Maurice never tied the knot, with Marilyn rejecting his proposal due to the trauma of her previous marriage. Maurice's first child, Hemea, was born to another woman, Evelyn Carter, a fact he revealed in his memoir. His third child, Eden, was born to a Caucasian woman he claimed was his soulmate. As the years passed, Maurice's relationships with his children suffered, and his absence was a palpable wound. Marilyn raised their son alone, and Maurice's nervousness around his newborn son was a telling sign of his own troubled past. It wasn't until 6 years before his passing that he attempted to rebuild bridges with his children, a regret he carried to his grave. But amidst the fame and fortune, did Maurice White's star power shine bright enough to overshadow the shadows of controversy lurking in his legacy? Was he tainted by scandal? Scandal in the spotlight. One of the more personal controversies surrounding Maurice White involved his romantic relationships. Throughout his life, he had several high-profile relationships with prominent women in the music industry, including Winona Smith and Angie Stone. While these relationships were often characterized by mutual respect and admiration, they also attracted attention due to the complexities of love and fame. The public scrutiny of his romantic life occasionally led to speculation and gossip, which, while not scandalous in nature, highlighted the challenges of maintaining privacy in the limelight. Another controversy was when Earth, Wind, and Fire's journey to stardom was marked by turbulence and transformation. Initially, the band struggled to find their footing, with their first 2 albums failing to gain traction. Maurice White's response was drastic. He fired the entire band except his brother Verdine and brought in new members, including Philip Bailey. This revamped lineup finally achieved success with their 1974 hit, Open Our Eyes. However, Maurice's decision to introduce a female singer, Jessica Cleaves, brought new challenges. Cleaves' absences, substance abuse issues, and eventual departure from the band left a lasting impact on White. He seemingly harbored no fond memories of her, unlike Bailey, who remembered her fondly. Maurice's refusal to recruit another female member after Cleaves' departure solidified the band's all-male lineup, but didn't shield them from future difficulties. The band's internal struggles, coupled with Maurice's authoritarian leadership style, as described by Bailey in his memoir Shining Star, hinted at deeper issues. Despite their success, the tensions and conflicts within the band would eventually lead to a hiatus in the mid-1980s. Through it all, Maurice White's unwavering vision and creative drive propelled Earth, Wind, and Fire to legendary status, but at a cost that would be revealed in the years to come. Maurice's leadership and creative vision had propelled Earth, Wind, and Fire to greatness, but his authoritarian style and refusal to share control led to growing discontent among band members. Guitarist Al McKay's departure in 1980 marked the beginning of the end, as other members began to express their frustrations and feel stifled by Maurice's dominance. Despite attempts to address the issues, The tensions culminated in Maurice's sudden decision to put the band on an indefinite hiatus in 1983. The announcement left band members, including Maurice's own brother, reeling and struggling to make ends meet. Maurice's solo endeavors failed to garner the same success as his work with EWF, and he faced criticism for his age and perceived decline in relevance. The collapse of his label, American Recording Company, further compounded his woes. As the band members struggled to rebuild their lives and careers, they also grappled with the emotional toll of the sudden breakup. Ralph Johnson poignantly described the experience as having the rug pulled out from under them, leaving them to rethink their entire lives. The once tight bond between Maurice and his brother Verdine also frayed, marking a difficult period for all involved. Perhaps the most significant controversy that Maurice faced was related to the estate of Charles Stepney, a key producer and collaborator who played a crucial role in shaping the sound of Earth, Wind and Fire. Stepney, who produced many of the band's biggest hits, including Shining Star and Mighty Mighty, passed away in 1976. Decades later, in 2016, a lawsuit emerged claiming that Maurice White had not properly compensated Stepney's estate for his contributions to the band's success. The lawsuit alleged that Maurice had failed to pay royalties owed to Stepney's estate, which sparked a heated legal battle. The situation became particularly contentious due to the fact that Stepney had been a close friend and collaborator of Maurice. The lawsuit raised questions about the ethics of financial arrangements within the music industry and the treatment of artists' legacies after their passing. Maurice, known for his integrity and commitment to his craft, publicly denied the allegations, asserting that he had always honored his agreements with Stepney. He expressed deep respect for Stepney's contributions to Earth, Wind and Fire and emphasized that any financial disputes were not a reflection of their friendship or professional relationship. Just as Maurice White's legendary status seemed cemented, a devastating health diagnosis would strike a discordant note, forever changing the rhythm of his life. The beat of battle. In the late 1980s, as Maurice White's musical legacy with Earth, Wind and Fire continued to soar, he faced a personal battle that would challenge him both physically and mentally. It was during this time that he received the life-altering diagnosis of Parkinson's disease, a neurological disorder that affects movement and can lead to tremors, stiffness, and balance issues. The news of his diagnosis came as a shock to Maurice, who had dedicated his life to creating music that uplifted and inspired others. Parkinson's, a progressive disease with no known cure, presented a daunting challenge for the visionary leader of Earth, Wind, and Fire. However, true to his resilient spirit, White refused to let the disease define him or slow down his creative pursuits. Despite the physical limitations imposed by Parkinson's, Maurice remained actively involved in the band's musical direction and continued to write and produce new material. He understood that his health challenges would eventually make it difficult for him to tour and perform live, but he was determined to leave a lasting legacy through his music. In 1994, Maurice made the difficult decision to step back from regular touring with Earth, Wind and Fire. This was a bittersweet moment for the band and their devoted fans, who had grown accustomed to White's dynamic stage presence and powerful vocals. However, White remained involved in the band's creative process, offering guidance and support to his bandmates as they navigated the challenges of the music industry without their leader. As Maurice progressed, he became more selective in his public appearances and performances. He knew that the disease would eventually take its toll on his body, but he refused to let it dampen his spirit or his commitment to his art. In 2000, when Earth, Wind and Fire were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Maurice made a rare public appearance to celebrate the band's achievements and to honor the legacy they had built together. His struggle with Parkinson's was not just a personal battle, it also served as an inspiration to many. White's determination to continue creating music despite his condition showcased his resilience and passion for his craft. He often expressed that music was his life, and he was committed to sharing his gifts with the world for as long as he could. Meanwhile, Maurice White's legacy was almost prematurely cemented in the annals of history when a false rumor of his passing spread like wildfire online on December 21, 2012. The news was so convincing that even Wikipedia fell victim to the hoax, listing his date of death as that fateful day. The rumor reached far and wide, with rapper Q-Tip paying tribute to his hero on Twitter, only to swiftly delete the post when the truth came to light. In a swift move to quash the rumor, Earth, Wind & Fire's official Facebook page issued a statement confirming that Maurice White was, in fact, alive and well. The message read, "Maurice White is alive and doing well. The rumors across the web are false. Please spread the word." The false rumor was laid to rest, and White's Wikipedia page was promptly corrected. Tragically, on February 4, 2016, Maurice White passed away peacefully in his sleep at his home in Los Angeles. The news of his death was confirmed by his brother, Verdine White, who shared a heartfelt message on social media, expressing his deep sorrow and the profound loss felt by their family and the music community. Verdine described Maurice as his brother, hero, and best friend, emphasizing the impact Maurice had on his life and the lives of countless others. The announcement of Maurice's passing sent shockwaves through the music world. Tributes poured in from fans, fellow musicians, and industry leaders who celebrated his contributions to music and the indelible mark he left on the industry. Artists like Smokey Robinson, Chaka Khan, and Questlove expressed their condolences and shared memories of working with Maurice, highlighting his creativity, vision, and the joy he brought to those around him. Maurice White's death was not just the loss of a musician. It was the loss of a cultural icon who had redefined the boundaries of music. His ability to blend genres from funk and soul to jazz and rock created a sound that resonated with millions. Earth, Wind & Fire's music transcended generations, with hits like September, Shining Star, and Boogie Wonderland becoming timeless classics. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below.